Former patients harmed by disgraced Dundee surgeon Sam Eljamel have been offered an independent commission to answer questions over their care, but it stops short of the public inquiry they've been calling for. It comes after the First Minister met with one patient who heckled him at the SNP's Independence Convention last month. Theresa Mallett said she had a cordial meeting with Hamza Yusuf at her home in Fife. But she and 116 other former patients won't stop until they get answers under oath. Lynn Rankin has more.
We get a glimpse of what Scotland...
After 11 years of pain and suffering, Theresa Mallett heckled the First Minister at the SNP's Independence Convention last month.
Let's not boo. I'm going to take a minute to talk contact person, everybody, because we are a part...
Hamza Yusuf spoke to Theresa then and promised to speak to her again. Yesterday he visited her at home in Glenrothes.
Obviously a public inquiry takes a long time and it is expensive. So he was looking at other things that he could do. In my case, they're going to look into my care, especially because I was supposed to have been contacted many years ago and Nine Wells didn't contact me. Nobody's ever contacted me.
It does affect all activities of daily living.
Professor Sam Eljamel operated on Theresa's spine in 2012. She now struggles to walk and is in constant pain.
It just changed my life completely. I had to give up things I loved, like my hill walking and just even taking my dog for a walk.
Alan Ogilvie joined Theresa for the meeting with the First Minister. Eljamel operated on his brain in 1995, but it had to be redone by a different surgeon.
We need a public inquiry!
They're among 117 former patients now calling for a public inquiry into how NHS Tayside's former head of neurosurgery was allowed to continue practising for 18 years.
It's not just about Eljamel, it's not about what he did to people, it's about who enabled him to do that, how people didn't complain internally, how was he allowed to carry on for years, why did nobody stop him? It got up to the NHS board, the board knew about it, we've seen these whistleblowers mention this.
A spokesperson for the Scottish Government said it's now considering the best next steps, including an independent commission, to ensure patients and their families can have confidence that they have the answers they need on their own cases and questions about Professor Eljamel's practice. They say there will now be a range of actions to review concerns former patients have.
But that is not a public inquiry, and that will not satisfy me or the other 116 patients.
Lynn Rankin, STV News.